Tuned into 21st Generation right here on Zodiak Television. My name is Ruth Javula, and of course today I have Laurent and Lucky from Light for Youth organization, and of course we're talking about the work that they're doing in their community as well as how they're impacting different young people's lives. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks, and how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
So Laurent,
yes.
Laurent Juma,
yes,
and
Chitonya.
Chitonya, the man or woman, what does it mean? Chitonya matandaze.
Sindi mfunda jabe.
Ni mfunda jabe. Right. All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm confused. I'm like Laurent Light.
No,
okay.
Yeah.
Laurent, so you are a student from Bunda, is it?
No, Malawi Assemblies of God University. Yes,
Assemblies of God.
Yes.
Well, so aren't you the one who's telling me go to Bunda?
Yes.
So you stay in Bunda?
No, it's where I stay. Yes.
That's where you stay.
Yes.
Manyumba that side.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere further. I think
seriously?
Apart from the school.
Oh.
I think I've been there.
But just the surroundings.
Yeah. Sometimes when I've been usiku.
Okay.
Yeah. But Lucky, you're not from around here, are you? I was told you're from Zuzu.
Yeah, from Zuzu, Kumaso, and Mapusira Wonko.
Do you know Tumbuka?
Yes, I speak Tumbuka.
Oh, alright.
Mururi.
I don't know why it's so exciting when you meet in Tumbuka this side.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, just trying to bring that side. It's good
Exactly.
All right, tell me about Light for Youth. You mentioned that you're the founder of the organization.
Yes.
This is a youth-led organization.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start this organization?
First of all, the organization name is Light for Youth.
Yes.
And it is started in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what, 2 years ago?
Yes. And it came based on how we observed and found on the ground itself.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing has been started by the student from Malawi Assemblies of God University. After doing some visits in different places, and then we said, no, even if we are still at school, but there is that way we can help our brothers and sisters outside there.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, how should we going to help them? And then we said, no. What we can help them is to empower them so that they should be that self-reliant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these days youth, they are much being reliant, dependent to other people. And if we could live in that system, even if we are even making the country down, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if we can have that mind of saying everybody has to be the self-reliant, I'm sure even on the standard that we want to be, we can reach there.
Mm-hmm.
So we come up with the idea to say, no, first thing, on the base of the empowerment, let's come up with the tailoring center. And then we said, the question now was like, how are we going to get the materials so that maybe we should empower them? And then we said, no, let's first come up with to buy the machines.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was a big challenge since everybody is depending with the pocket money from the parent.
Yeah.
You see that? And if you can check the mills and whatsoever, they are very expensive. But we say, no, as long as we have decided to help others, let's sacrifice. Because we do have a word which say, Light for Youth, we go with sacrificing and taking risk.
Okay.
You see that?
Right.
So we say, no, let's sacrifice for others. So we say, no, with the small that you'll be getting, we need to be contributing so that maybe we should get the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So after 6 months, God helps, and we got up a machine. We went there, we arranged everything, and then we said, no, with this thing, we need to find somebody. Maybe you can just be like the project director.
Mm-hmm.
So we appointed my friend here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we talk a lot about it. So to me, I just want to just a picture about it. So after getting the first machine, and then we say, okay, here it's need be the processes. Like people there has to know us, the chiefs, the TAs has to know like this kind of people coming from somewhere, they are doing this kind of activity. So we did everything about that, and we say, no, let's now implement it. Of course, we are having a lot of projects. We do the empowerment. We do also the education, where we do go with the school materials and we distribute it that side.
Okay.
Yes. We do also earth, where we look on the guidance and the producting. Like we do, we met with the youth, and we say the things of the early pregnancy, the HIV and AIDS, all those kind of things. So those used to be the main things, the focus areas that we used to work on.
Yeah.
But currently it's the tailoring which is there, which we are working. And my friend here maybe can speak a lot because he's the project director.
Yes.
Of course he did there, and then he bring the stuff to the body, and then we discuss. So since he's here, I think I can talk on his behalf.
Of course.
Here, and then he can
All
speak.
right. But before we go to Lucky, and he talks about the entire project.
Yes.
I'm pretty interested in light for youth. I don't know. For me, light just signifies a lot. Because there's this whole balance of light and darkness.
Yes,
do you
yes,
understand?
yes.
So when you thought of the name being light for youth, did you ever consider, like, is there any special meaning behind it, or did you think, I think if you light for youth, is there anything special about it being light for youth? I'm pretty interested in the light part of it all.
Yes. First thing, when we go to the light, is something which is showing the direction. And when we said of coming up, of course we had a lot of names that we were supposed to come up with.
Yes.
We had Fountain of Hope, we had Light of Youth, and then we said no, we need to come with a light, because we as the youth, we can be the direction of others. You see there? So the name of coming up with a light was just meaning, no, we need to show the direction. We here to empower our fellow brothers and sisters.
All right, Lucky, before Laurent talked more about what Light of the Youth is about, he spoke about what inspired him. For you, was I mean, not what inspired him necessarily, but his overall observation of what he had seen, among young people in Malawi. For you, when now he approached you, to say, you know what, I want you to join my team. Was there any observation that you've had prior to joining Light for Youth, or did you just say, oh yeah, I'm going to go color, let's go and do it?
ndingafurukuza kuti chinthuchi pachiyambi mmene chinayambira ine ndinzanga tinangumana pa school kumago kumeneko. Iyeyo anabwera ndi maganizo onena kuti ase titakhala ife achinyamata ena ake tikhale pamodzi ndikupanga chinthu chonena kuti tizasiye mbiri pa school pano asanachinene bwinobwino. Komano chimene nazatenga kuyamba ndoti mbiri ndinkaganizira kuti mwina mbiri yake itokha unena kuti achinyamatafe tikhale mwina tidziwike ngati mwina asathu mmene amazipasira mayina unena kuti tichuke pa school.
Ine ndine jomwinjo.
Yes.
Stuff like
so
that.
tinenda mwacho komano nzanga anabwera ndi chinthu china chimene ineyo kumbuyoko ndinachiganizirapo komanso ndi chimene ndili kunena kuti mbiri yake chimene ndikutanthauza ndi school yathuyi anthu kuti adzadziwe even kandi a VC kandi ma lectures olo mwina amene azabwere kusasaziwa zonena kuti pa school panopa panali akuti anayika chinthu chidzindikiro chonena kuti ifeyo tatukulaso anyamata anzathu. Kutukula anyamata anzathu monga chani kudzera zichito zimene achinyamatayo pawoka angakwanitse payowoka ngati chani kanti ma business, just being creativity, safe for life, delight. Then zimene naona kuti zimene zizinzanga think iweyo ukunena zona chimene chicho chimene neso ndina lotapo andi ndimachiganizira ndeti ngapange bwanji ndeti nabwera ndi mapulani osiyana amene iyeyo first project yathu imene tinamba nayo tisanafike kuseko inali kuti bwanji tiyambe tipite kuma media osiyana tikapange campaign kunena kuti ndizotheka chinyamata kuzilemba okha ntchito. Kena kuti tata okay iyoyo isanapite kai pa campaign choncho tiye tikapange kai activity. Ndeti nakapanga activity ma school ngati Kauma kukauma kumene timapanga motivate achinyamata amene ali ku secondary kunena kuti simaloto okhaokhawo amene nuyo mungaphunzitsidwe ku sukulu kunena kuti akumbukira kuti tosefa apa pamene tili tinganena kunena kuti tili standard 1 akamatifunsa kaya ku primary kodi uzakakula ufuna uzakhale chani nde ndifuna ndizakhale pilot nde sizokhazo mpaka kuti ukukula pilot mpaka kuyenda mpaka kuti ku university umazapezeka zinthu zimasintha pamene popo kumene kunakhanga tikwabwesa kuzindikira kunena kuti tiyeni tiziyenda mu chinthu chonena kuti ineyo ndikakhala panopa ndisikira kumtima ngati kuti ndifuna ndisakhale pilot ndingazakhale bwanji pilot nde ndizichita chintchito mtima wanga uzifunisisa china chilichonse chimene ndizipanga chizipita kuti ku pilot kwa amenenso mwinaso sukulu inavuta kunena kuti iwo alibe mchembekezo chomwe ineyo ndimapanga business ya njinga kapena timakonza njinga business yanga kuti itukuke ndingapange motani kapena kuti ndikhale anzanga kuti ikhale ndithu standard yabwino ndingapange motani ndekuti ndikutengana okhaokhawa njingawo ndikuyikana pamalo amodzi amene mukudziwana mdera lanu kuti ifeyo tayamba malo onena kuti tizikonza zinjinga ndekuti pamene popo ineyo muzithandizira mu moyo onena kuti think chimene tikupanga ifeyo tikuzithandizira onena kuti tikupita ku goli limene ifeyo tikufunitsitsa moyo mwathu nde tinayenda ndithu mmasukulu amenewo kukamba za kampeni imene tiye tikhale uzidalira patokha tisadalire kunena kuti skulu ndimene itionese direction enena kuti ineyo program imene ndikupanga ndekuti ndikafikira mu office pa program iti yomweyo komano zinthu zimasintha upezeka zonena kuti unapanga ichi kanza doctor ndikupezeka kuti nkukakhala mwinaso mulangizi zinthu zimene zili zosiyana mwinaso ndi program yako nde timakhala choncho tikupanga choncho chimene chinatipangisa sonena kuti sopano tikhale ndi kamphavuko kunena tipite mabindia komanso ndikukafika mpaka ku Ministry of Gender ndikukapangaso kukakhuthula nkhawa zathu kumeneko ndi kupempha kunena kuti ife mutatithandiza mnjira yachonchi padakali panopo ife tikuona kuti zathu titha kuthandiza chinyamata kunena kuti nawonso akhale anthu onena kuti akulondera maloto athu kupangira kwa omwe iwowo amaziona kuti ineyo pamene pajapa singafikepo ineyo ndekuti chinthu chonena kuti ineyo mwina ineyo mmene ndimachiganizira sinzapondakoso kuponda kuonera kuti sinzafikapo pajawa ndithu.
Okay. We'll talk about you've touched on something like asking for help and whatnot. We'll come back to that. For now, I want to focus on the fact that you guys started your organization in 2021.
Yes.
And this is 2024, so it's basically been about 2 years or so. Yes. So from the time that you started to now, would you say you've impacted a lot of young people, and maybe just in what way would you say you have impacted these young people? And maybe at the moment, how many young people are you working with? You did mention Kuri Mugukirandi Ana Aguchideze, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. So how many people are you working with, and how have you impacted their lives? How are they benefiting from you guys?
Yeah. The first thing which is there, in every 6 months that we do have classes, we do have 30 youth which we empowered. So and by every 6 months we make sure the learner has that skill, like in doing the tailoring stuff, even if can be outside of the class, can even find the job other places. Of course, we don't have that capability of doing the graduation and other stuff because we are still underground. But so far, I can say almost more than 85 youth now, as they have that skill on how they can start their own doing their own stuff, in terms of saying they can find the jobs other places, or they can buy the machine on their own and opening up their own tailoring, which can help them. You see, all those kind of things. And when it comes on the youth that you are working with them, of course the people that you are working with them, they are also from the school. So I can say the committee, it just coming from the school, and we are almost 11 people who are doing the activities.
Okay, so 11 people are basically mentoring different young people.
Yeah.
In Chiteze.
In Chiteze, the one who used to be in charge and then going to see the project and everything, how it's being run, is the one who is here. So what I mean is, like, he used to go there. There we have chiefs which used to help us. Okay, let's say Mwina something it's needed. The chiefs has to contact him, and him he has to bring to the one to the body, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's needed from this side.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we worked. Doesn't mean like we just work alone. No, there are chiefs whom we work with them. After doing, they see everything there. They bring on him, and him we bring it to the body. Things like that. That's how we work.
Okay. Wouldn't your project be more effective if you were not like maybe just after 6 months or whatever, but like, you know, consistently checking, you know, are we making progress or whatever? How do you measure your progress if, say, you did mention that you stay in Mzuzu, isn't it?
Yeah, I stay in Mzuzu.
You stay in Mzuzu.
Yeah.
And Chiteze is all the way beside.
It's fine.
You understand?
Yeah.
So for someone who is in charge of that project, say that is in Chiteze, how do you now know? Ababa thinking Chiro did you know, because muna vabos zazokura ndinali kujoni ndimarumiza drama kura ndibangire nyumba koma olodabwerako kujoni kosina Visual Foundation. You're very
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, achieve is takuza nzora anaja iyi ndakubunzira tani. You never know. Mwina olomwana mmodzi sakumabwera so kuti aziphunzira. You understand? Are you getting my point?
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, wouldn't it be more effective for you people to say, you know what, we have this project in Chiteze. Let me stay somewhere around. Kuti disibita like mwina every weekend it's in the business. Business is just imafunika so kuti. You should be going like pafu.
Yeah.
Are we making progress or not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys ever thought of they need maybe constant inspection, especially because you're working with young people?
Yes.
Have you ever thought about it? And what now has been your goal?
Yes, that thing is there because we even think about it. Like, is the one maybe can be staying Mzuzu, and here from there it's very far, and we don't have that financial that we can say no. Since you are doing this, you need to be staying Chiteze or somewhere else, and then we say no. In that case, let's do somebody who will be at the campus here. You'll be working hand in hand with him. So the time that him will be in Mzuzu, the lady will be going and doing some like the assessment that side. Everything that you find on the ground, he has to tell him, and he has to bring to the. That's how we do. When he's not around, when he's home, we worked with the lady which is at school, and then but they work hand in hand. If there is anything, and then they communicate, and then they tell us.
All right, I'm making a shift from Light for Youth and just talking about Malawian youth in general. All right, Lucky.
Yes.
Empowerment. When we talk about empowerment, you know, I think it's something that can easily be said. I can wake up one day and feel like, you know what, I want to go empower young people. I'll go in the streets. I'll tell them, be empowered. Do this. It's just the same as preaching. People come to you, or you go to church, or you meet do this so that you don't, you know, move away from Christ.
Yes.
Or do this so that you know you don't end up in hell. It's just the same thing as empowerment. They are struggling to find jobs, money itself, business, chani. So everybody now is just thinking, you know what, I want to empower a young person because I know young people are struggling. You understand?
Yes.
What are some of the challenges do you think are there when it comes to empowering young people like you?
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges. Yeah. So as the challenge that we thought there, kunena kuti koyamba kuti wakope anthu acha amafuna kuti wasimikize chinthu chonchoonadi, because we can just come kungochinena mwakuti nde ukangonena ndizija makabulira koso kuti ntchito zosaziwika bwinobwino chicha. So tinaonetsetsa kunena kuti mavuto amene tikumana nawo ngati achinyamata akutayirira, ena anataya chiyembekezo kunena kuti mwina achinyamata ena ali ndi mimba, anataya chilimbikitso kunena mwina ine sinzapitanso ku skulu ena kumene kunena kuti iwowo moyo wawo samauonanso ngati kuti ndi wantchito ndi bwana kuzipha kapena kuti akamatenga mwina azipanga za madrugs. Yeah, so those are the challenges right now kunena kuti olo ndi zimene tikupangazi ena ndithu mapezeka kunena kuti akutiganizirabe kuti mwina chinthu chichi changochika mwa setup mwina afuna ngotigwisira ntchito mwina kupindula ndiwo mwina chani zambiri zimakhala ngati choncho kwa achinyamata ndi ma-challenge amene nganena kuti tikumana nawo ngati kwa achinyamata.
Yeah, of course, background, but so everybody's looking for some money.
Yes.
You know, so even if I was to come to you and say, yeah, I like Laurent, ndindiga nchilo kena kama kwa nchilo wamine koko palibepo dollar yomuna deserve okusogolo.
Yes.
Would you believe it? Would you do it?
It's depend now with the person that maybe you can approach.
Okay.
Some they can just believe because they don't have nothing, and others they can say no. To me, I don't do that kind of the business. For me, I need I want to see the money and then I can start working for everything. Yeah.
Mugona ngaraji nyamara umasogweza ndarama than the work itself.
Yeah.
Kwambi.
Oh, have you encountered some like that?
Yes, a lot of them. Yeah,
do you think they are wrong?
To me, okay. To me, I can say they are wrong. Why I'm saying Kudi they are wrong? Everything somebody cannot just give you the money. Why not seeing your capability or the ability of managing that money? Okay, let's say me, I'm having say, okay, can you come to help me building maybe a house? After finishing, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if some they will come, but a lot of them they will not come because what they first need money. But we don't know if you can do something at the beginning for free, but can pay you more than somebody who can start paying you at the same time. So if we can have that mind of saying, okay, as long as this thing is just the beginning, let's volunteer ourselves to make it to be big, and then we should see the future of it. Yes. All
right. You did mention, Kudi, you had asked for help. Is it from Ministry of Gender to help you out with? Is it finances? What help were you looking for? You did mention that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kwambi chithandizo chimene timafuna ku Ministry of Gender. It was as financial as such. But chinali kunena kuti china chichonse chimene tingachite ifeyo ngati achinyamata kwambiri kuti tipite malo ena ndi ena zimafunika chivomerezo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Pause. I just wanted to get that clearance. All right. Moving on. I just want to understand, Kudi, when it comes to young people like you that are trying to also empower other young people, but you don't have the finances necessarily, and also maybe the means to help out. Maybe what then is what am I trying to say? All right, so you are trying to help other young people, but you do not have the means. How do you go about it, and how can maybe organizations that are bigger and maybe the government itself come in to assist?
Probably first thing I can say it's a big challenge, on our fasts as a team, because as I said earlier, we even take the money on our own pocket money, because when we are on the school campus, no one goes outside and work. So it's something which we use our mind and coming up with all those kind of things. So with the small that we have, and if there are some the stakeholders that maybe they want to support us on the small that we have, I think that somehow can be a right thing. Because how can be that the right thing? The project that we have, we can even make it big and having a lot of youth more than what we are managing. Okay, let's say right now we are managing 30, and we find up one of the stakeholders who want to help. Let's say right now we do have 2 machines. You see that? But if we got one of the stakeholders coming up and sponsored, let's say Muina 12 machines, we can even have more than 60 students, maybe which we can be empowering within the 6 months. So you see that. So right now with the financials our own, we are trying, we are fighting, but still the stakeholders can come, and we are sure we can even manage and be able to monitor a big project that maybe the stakeholders can need. Yeah.
All right, we want to wrap up right here because our time is up.
Yeah.
Lucky, achinyamata amene akuti onera pano pamwina ungawalangizizo lani?
Kwambiri chimene ndinganene kuthandiziraso chinyamata anzanga kuti andimve komanso pa iwo okhatha kukwanitsa ndichonena kuti asamazionere pansi ndingatero fukonena kuti kwambiri maloto amene ali nawo ndi malotonso amene iwo akakhala nacho in plan chitha kuwapitisa pasogolo. Ngati ine pano ndili ndi maloto amene ineyo sindigona nawo, amene ndinayamba ndaganizira ndili ku school kunena kuti ineyo ndifuna tazathandiza chinyamata anzanga kutengera kunena kuti achinyamata anzanga panopa zinthu ambiri timaziona ngati singakwanitse. Mwina timayamba kuganizira kunena kuti alipo ena amayimba, alipo ena ali ndi luso la zamanja, amene aja ndikudziwa anzanga ena kundionera papa ali madera onena kuti iwo kumene ali kuti mwina ineyo singazafike pajapa ponena kuti mwina zinthu zanga zizadziwika kwa Malawi, zadziwika ayi, koma china chilichonse chikamayamba chimayambira pansi kenako kumakwera komanso kulimbikira, chifukwa ine ndili pano nanenso ndinali ndi chikhumbokhumbo chonena kuti ndizafike ku Zodiak, mwina ndidzaoneke pa TV. Ndinali ndi chikhumbokhumbo, nde chikhumbokhumbocho kachiyika mu mtima mwako ndikuchigwiritsitsa, imazapezeka kuti iweyo tsiku lina loyikika lapezeka kunena kuti chani wafika ku malo aja. Ngati ineyo mene ndili pano ndafikako kati malo amene aja, nde ndikuwalimbitsa anyamata wonse kunena kuti china chilichonse kumayikirapo chikhumbokhumbo. Passion ndi imene mazakupitisa kunena kuti iweyo wafika pamene iweyo umaganize kuti ndafika pa ndikuzambaso, pamene ufikapo sunguzambaso kuganiziraso zina. Ndithu komanso mene ndinganene china mene ananenera zanga kuti sacrifice and take a risk muchina chilichonse, fuka pale ena kungochiyamba chinthu kungokumana mwina ndizophinja amatha kuchisiya pomwe. Koma ineyo tinakumana nazo ende zophinjazo, komano tinapitirirabe kunena kuti ayi tagulisapo mafoni amene kunena kuti tifuna china chake chigwire. Gulitsa ende zovala kuti ayi tisonkhesere kunena kuti tigulire wina wake makope aphunzire school, tithandize wina wake alibe zovala zambiri tachitapo. Even machine amene akunenedwa pawo ndithu tinayesesa kugulitsa tizinthu timene malaptop amene kunena kuti tigule machine awiri ndithu. So china chilichonse nkuikira pa mtima.
Hi, thank you so much guys for coming, and of course we wish you nothing but the best in your organization, and hopefully you impact a lot of young people's lives. Anyways, like he said, sacrifice. It does not, success does not come just today. It takes time. So do sacrifice. When you meet challenges, do not give up. And at the end of the day, if you put your heart into something, it will surely come back to you. My name is Javula, and of course this was 21st Generation. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you again next time. Bye for now.